Homework. Slope-intercept form. What form we call slope-intercept form? Perfect. Y equals ms plus b. That's the slope-intercept form for the equation. Okay, what you are saying, y2 minus y1, that is the slope formula. So there is a difference between slope and slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, okay, we have this. But slope, like this, we have y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's what we call, slope formula. Yeah. So there is a difference between slope, just a slope, okay, which you have y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. But when they say slope-intercept form, you have a y equals mx plus b, and the m there represents the slope. So in y-intercept form, we use a slope. Yes, that's what you have to understand. So the m in y equals ms plus b, that m represents the slope. But the slope itself has a formula, yeah, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now, when they give you a 2 point, which is the case here, they say 2, 3 and negative 1, 3. So the first thing to do here is to label your point. Well, again, when they say point, we have 2 values in the parentheses separated by 7. So what 2 here represent here for the first bracket, what the 2 represent? x1. So if this is x1, we're going to have a y1 for 3. Other part, we have x2 and the y2. Yes, and the 3 is y, present the y coordinate of the first point. Same thing for the other point. So x2, that is the x coordinate of the second point. So the 2, 2 is the second point, 1, 1, first point. Okay, so applying the formula, we see 3 minus 3. So far, so good? Okay, divided by, because I took this minus this. So I'm going to have a negative 1 minus 2. Okay, so when you have 3 minus 3 is what? 0. And the negative 1 minus 2 is what? Negative 3. Yeah. And the 0 divided by negative 3 is what? What is it? Yeah, 0 divided by negative 3 is 0. So 0 divided by any number is 0. I want you to understand this part before we continue. This is not the final answer, okay? No. It's just the slope. But the question is, find the equation. Yeah, this is just the slope. No, this is just the slope. But this is not, what do you call it? The answer to the question is a part. Yeah, it's not yet the final answer. But let's ask you. So the slope here is 0, right? So how you think it's gonna be the line when we draw the line, to the 2 points? It's gonna be horizontal line. Remember, horizontal line, okay, the slope is 0. It's not a line going up or going down. It's just a straight here. So it's gonna be something like that. And then yes, it's gonna be that horizontal line because if you check the 2 points, they have the same y coordinate. The y coordinate for the first point is what? The y coordinate of the first point is 3. The y coordinate for the second point also is 3. Every time you have a 2 point with the same y coordinate, that means it's going to be horizontal line. Yeah, that's something, you can remember. Oh, it is negative 3 over 0. Negative 3 over 0 is going to be undefined. That means we cannot calculate. Even if you use a calculator, you check to see. Yes. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, that's what we use to find the slope. After we find the slope, now we go back to y equals mx plus b to get the equation. Yeah, but we need that slope before we go back to the equation part. Remember yesterday, when they give it's undefined, that will tell you error. Okay, so that means does not exist. Yeah, yesterday they asked you to find the equation of a line and they give you the slope. That's why we didn't calculate anymore the slope. When they don't give you the slope, you have to calculate. So everything is like a step-by-step process. Yeah, they give you the slope, you don't need to calculate anymore that slope. You just use it. They don't give you the slope, you have to calculate. Which is the case here. So far, so good. Okay, after we, question. Good. After we calculate the slope, now we're gonna use it in the equation. The formula for that equation is y equals mx plus b. Okay. Remember, we had find the equation using 2 points, 2, 3, and the negative 1, 3. So, in this equation, we have a different thing to figure out. We have a y here, okay? We have a m, we have x, and we have b. Good. So, we have a 2 point. You're gonna choose one of these 2 points, any, okay? You're gonna choose 1 point to continue. You're gonna choose 1 point. Remember again, yesterday, when we were solving, the equation of a line, they give you the slope and the 1 point. When they say point, there have to be 2 values in the parentheses. Okay, so here we're gonna choose 1 point. So choose 1 point. And again, when they choose 1 point, that means what they choose like a 2, 3. Point has 2 values in the parentheses. We have here 2 points, but we are choosing 1 point with the coordinate. And I choose 2, 3 because everything there is positive. So that will help me, because sometimes when you have a negative value, okay, during the calculation, you can make a mistake. Now, when you choose 2, 3, tell me, what is the y value of 2, 3 here? 3. So I'm going to replace y by 3 is equal to, do we know m, the slope? Yes, 0. Okay, 0, because we just found that slope. Do we know x for the point I chose here? 2. So 0, x means 0 times 2 plus b. Do we know b? No, that's what we're going to find. We're going to calculate that b. So we're going to solve for b. So far, so good. What is 0 times 2? 0 plus b. So therefore, b is what? B is here is 3. Now, later on, I will show something. So after we find the b, can we rewrite the equation? So how will be the equation here? Y equals 0x plus 3. But we not leave it at 0x, because every time you see 0x is just 0. Y equals, no, not 1, but y equals 3. 0 times x is 0. So you're going to have y equals 3. Because 0 times x is 0, so 0 plus 3 is just 3. So y equals 3. So the answer to the question is y equals 3. Now, let's explain something to you. You see, every time you find slope, it's 0, all right? That means what? The line will have equation as y equals the b value. That's it, because the slope is 0. So the x part is gone. 0x is 0. So your y will be just y equals the y-intercept. And that y-intercept will be what? The y value of the point you choose. That's it. Let's plot the point. So to plot the first point, okay, in which quadrant will be located that first point, 2, 3? In which quadrant? I mean by quadrant, okay, here we have a quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So we're going to be in quadrant 1, right? Okay, so that point will be 2, 3, somewhere here. So far, so good. Okay. The second point, negative 1, 3. Remember this, in quadrant 1, everything is positive. So the first coordinate is positive, the second one also is positive, right? Yeah. In quadrant 2, the first one is negative and the next one is positive, which is the case here. So negative 1, 3 have to be in quadrant 2. In quadrant 3, everything is negative. Quadrant 4, the first one is positive, and the next one negative. Okay, so the point has to be located in quadrant 2. So now quadrant 2, we have a -1, okay, comma 3. So we're gonna be somewhere here. 1, 2, 3. So far, so good. This is the first point here, 2, comma 3. And this is the next point, -1, comma 3. Agree? Perfect. Now look, if I draw a line through these 2 points, is it a line going up or going down? No up, no down, right? It's just, that straight line. And then remember, if you have this kind of a line, what is the slope? 0. Okay, so this is another thing you can do. Suppose you are taking test, right? They give you 2 points like this and ask you to find the equation or whatever. You can just say, use your scratch paper if they provide this, okay? You plot the point to see approximately how will be the line. Is it a line going up? So this down, okay, your slope will have to be positive if it's a line going up. Is it a down? If it's that, the slope will be negative, or it's just a straight line like this, so the slope will be 0. So in that case, okay, you know what you are doing, okay? Now, every time you have a line where the slope is 0, which is the case here, your equation will be y equals the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept for this line? It's 3. How is recognize a y-intercept? How to recognize a y-intercept? Yeah, to be specific, what that y-intercept means as a definition. It could be negative number, The line, okay, crosses the y-axis, the y line. So this is the y line here, okay, and our line crosses the y line at a 3, okay, at a 3. That's why we say the y-intercept is 3. So we have a y equals 3. That's the equation, okay, of the line. So there is no export like a y equals 2x plus something. No, we don't have that yet. It's just y equals 3. Yeah. Now, other way. So suppose I use decimals, okay? Not coming. Yeah. So y equals 3, there is that red line passes through 3. Okay, let's see the next question. They give you 3x minus 4y is equal to 12 and ask you to find the slope. Understand that to find the slope, we have a different method, okay? Different way to find the slope. And it depends the question, you'll see what kind of a method, fit with the question. So here, do we know the slope formula like a y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1? Do we need that? No, we don't need that because they don't give you point in as a coordinate in a bracket to use. No, so we don't need that. Instead, what we're gonna do? Yeah, Dylan, any idea? Okay, we need to rewrite this. So we need to rewrite this equation, okay, in y equals ms plus b form. And how to do that? That means we need to isolate. We need to isolate the y. Perfect. So to isolate the y, that means what? We need to get rid of the 3, the x, the -4 to get that y alone on one side. So how to do that? We're gonna take away the 3x. So I'm subtracting 3x on both sides, right? So that means we don't have this anymore. We have a -4y is equal to, I will write the -3x before the +12 because I need this form, something x before something without x. So mx plus b. That's what I wrote this negative 3x first. But it's same thing if you write 12 minus 3x. But please don't do 12 minus 3 to say it's going to be 9. No, because they are not like terms. We divide by negative 4. Yeah. We divide everything by negative 4 because we want to get rid of the negative 4. So we divide everything by negative 4. Negative 4, negative 4, negative 4. That's what we do now. So this will cancel. The negative 4 cancel with this negative 4. You have a y alone is equal to. So negative 3x over negative 4. How can we, simplify a little bit? So it's going to be 3 over 4. Okay, what is 12 divided by negative 4? Negative 3. So we have a y equals 3 over 4x minus 3. We just rewrite 3x minus 4y equals 12 in that form. Now answer the question. What is the slope here? Perfect. Slope equals 3 over 4. Another question before we get to the other answer. Okay, here the slope is 3 over 4. Can you tell me what you think will be the line when we graph this? Is it going to be line going up, going down, or just a horizontal line? It's going to be up because the slope is positive. Yeah, the slope is positive. Okay, now they ask for the y-intercept. So what is the y-intercept here? Okay, yeah, that is also correct. Okay, 0, comma, negative 3, we take it. Or if you just give a negative 3, yes, it's also fine. So the 0, comma, negative 3, that means you are given the y-intercept as a point, which is fine. Because sometimes in the question they will ask you, yeah, 0, comma, negative 3. So do you know that if I want to plot 0, comma, negative 3, yes, that is another trick question. Let's ask you. Suppose I want to plot 0, comma, negative 3. I want to plot 0, comma, negative 3. So who could tell me where will be located that 0, comma, negative 3? I want to plot this 0, comma, negative 3. So where will be located that 0, comma, negative 3? Is it going to be in quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, or is it going to be on the line, like the point 0, comma, negative 3? Okay, understand this. When they say y-intercept and we want to plot that, it has to be on the y line. Yes, that's what they call it, y-intercept. It has to be on the y line. So the y line is this vertical line. Okay, so the y-axis, and here we have x-axis. Now, when they ask you for x-intercept, that's why it has to be on the x line. Yeah. So far, so good. So given 3x minus 4y equals 12. That's the same equation we just did there. So the question is, find x and the y-intercept. Given 3x minus 4y equals 12, find x and the y-intercept. So there will be another simple method I want to show you, okay? In case you have an equation like this and they ask you to find the x-intercept or they ask you to find y-intercept. So let's give you the formula for each one. Every time they say find x-intercept, okay, set y to 0, so y equals 0, and the solve for x. When you want to find the y-intercept, in that case, you're gonna set, okay, who want to complete the sentence, set what to 0? Exactly, x to 0, and the solve for what? Exactly. So I need x-intercept. Set here y to 0 means replace the y by 0. Yeah. So you want to find x-intercept, the y is 0. You want to find the y-intercept, the x is 0. So between x and the intercept, yeah, they put that little dash. It's not the x minus, but it's x-intercept. It's the way, you will see the word when they write in the textbook or whatever. Yeah, so x dash intercept. So x-intercept, y-intercept. Okay, so let's find the x-intercept here. So when they say set y equals 0, that means in the equation, you're going to replace that y by 0. So the equation is 3x minus 4y is equal to 12. Anytime you replace something by 0, which is the here y is 0, and you multiply by any number, the result is 0. So I can just write 3x is equal to 12. Because if I replace y by 0, negative 4 times 0 is what? 0. So what I need here is just 3x is equal to 12. Now, how can we get x? So just divide by 3, yeah. No, that negative, gone. Okay, let it redo it, Seems like you don't understand. Please, let it redo it. Okay, look, I have a 3x. Look, I have a 3x minus 4 times 0 is equal to 12. I replace y by 0. Why? Because that's the formula. I want to find x-intercept. And look, when you do that, you get a 3x minus 0 because it's negative 4 times 0 is 0. So I don't need to write it down minus 0. 0 is 0. 12. Okay, from there, what do? We divide it by 3. Thank you. And we get x equal what? 4. Now, as a point, how are we going to write this as a point? As a point, that will be 4, 0. It's not a 0,4. Why? Why is not a 0,4? X is not a 0. X is a 4. And the y is a 0. Thank you. That's why we set the y to 0. And if you plot it, you're going to be on the x line. So this time, it's going to be the x line. So the x line will have that 4, but the 0 is the y. So we don't have it. So far, so good. Okay, now let's find the y-intercept. Let's find the y-intercept. Intercept using the same 3x minus 4y is equal to 12. What we're going to replace here by 0? X. For the y-intercept is x0. So we're going to have a 3 times 0 minus 4y is equal to 12, which is same as negative 4y is equal to 12. How can we get y here? We divided by negative 4. Yes. Okay, so we have a y is equal to negative 3, which is same as, so as a point, what we're going to have? What is the first value, comma the second? Yes, 0, comma negative 3. It's not negative 3, comma 0. It has to be 0, comma negative, because again, for y-intercept, we have the x value as a 0, and the y value is what we get for the y. So far, so good. Okay, now the next question is that we're going to graph this line, okay, with a hand. We're not to use a computer to do that. We're going to do this with a hand. So how to do that? Okay, can we plot these 2 points on the on the axis here? So the first one, when they say 4, 0, it's gonna be somewhere here. That's a 4, 0. 4, 0. The x value is 4. The y value is 0. So it had to be on the x line. That's why we call this x-intercept. The y-intercept will be on the y line. So it's gonna be this one here. Let's make another color. So negative 3. So the red is the y-intercept and the black x-intercept. Now with your ruler, okay, can we draw? You don't have a ruler? Okay, you can use your ID as a ruler. Okay, so let's connect the 2 points to make a line segment. We can go through, okay, something like this, something like this. So suppose they give it this as a multiple choice question. They give it 3x minus 4y equals 12. Okay, and they ask you to find the slope using rise over run. How you know that's 3 over 4? Tell me you go up. Which one? For the red point, okay, you go up how many units? So 1, 2, 3 units up. So that 3 up is positive 3. Okay. And now after that, to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the right. Okay. 4 right. Positive. We go up and the right. Okay, but suppose we do other way. We from black, we wanna reach red. What we do here? Yeah, Louis. From black, what do you think we're gonna do? 1, 2, 3. So down 3. Yes. Down 3 is that negative 3. Over. Okay, now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Left 4. Okay. So that left 4 is negative 4. And again, negative divided by negative give you positive. Page 385. Question 13. Okay, they give you 2 points, right? 2,4. And what? 4,6. Okay. Here we need to use the slope formula, but I will not use that. I want to use something different. Let's say we want to plot 2,4. In which quadrant are going to have a 2,4? In which quadrant? Huh? In which quadrant I will plot 2,4? In the first quadrant. So 2,4 is somewhere here. So far, so good. Okay. What if we 4,6 in which quadrant? The 17. Okay, so here we have 2,4. Yeah, both are positive. Okay, so 4,6, 4, 6. You're gonna be somewhere here. Okay, tell me, how will be the slope if I draw a line through this? What will be the slope of yeah, it will be positive, but if we want to count, okay, how many units will go up or down, left or right? 2 over 2. And the 2 over 2 is 1. So the slope is 2 over 2, which is 1. And the correct choice here is B. Okay, now let's use a calculation method, okay, to find the same slope. Yeah, and you got 1. Okay. Yeah, so we have a 2,4 and 4,6. So the first thing to do here is to label the points. So we're going to have a x1, y1, x2, y2. Good. So my m, which is the slope, the formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. What is y2 here? 6 minus, what is y1? Okay, divided by s2 is 4 minus 2. Yes, 6 minus 4 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, and the 2 divided by 2 is 1. So yes, we get the same answer. Okay. Yeah. Number 15. Okay. Here, the one the y-intercept. But they give you what? Slope, which is 2. Yes. And they give you point. With the coordinate, we have a 1, 2. Okay, so if you use y equals mx plus b. Yeah, Christina, do you want to say something? How can we use y equals ms plus b here to find the y-intercept? The y-intercept is a b here, is the b. They give you the slope, they give you 1 point with the coordinate, x coordinate and the y coordinate. So how can we use that to find the y-intercept here, the b value? Can we replace y by something, m by something, x by something to solve for b? Y is 2, yeah, because we have a 2 here, we have an x here, we have an m here. Okay, so we say 2 is equal to 2 again, and the x value is 1, so it's a multiplication plus b. Yeah, so 2 is equal to 2 plus b. Okay, so therefore, how to solve for b? We divide when the number, yeah, we subtract, thank you, yeah. We divide when the b is attached to 2. If there's like this, 2 equal to 2b, in that case, we're going to divide. But because they have a plus sign between, so we're going to subtract. Yeah. So we subtract 2. Okay. And what we get? 0. So the b is 0. Wow. So when the b is 0, okay, so how to write the equation now? Y is equal to what? 2x plus 0, but we don't write it that 0, so it's just a 2x. Y equals 2x. Okay, but the thing is here, they ask you for the y intercept, so the correct choice is C, because C is a 0. Yeah. Now y equals 2x is the equation, exactly. So this is the equation. Yeah, they don't ask for the equation, but this is the equation. Okay, one last thing we're gonna do before I end this session is we're gonna take y equals 2x and we try to graph it again manually. But we're gonna do something which we call we're gonna use something what we call table of values. Okay, we're gonna come back, in this in another session, but let's show something. When you have a y, so graph, so that's the last part. Graph y equals 2x. Right? Graph y equals 2x. Okay, look, I want to make this table. 2-column table. The first column we put x, the second column we put y. I will choose x value, and you're gonna tell me what is gonna be the y value, which is to plug in. If x is a 0, what will be the y value? The equation is y equals 2x. How you get to 1? When we have a y equals 2x, right? And we replace x by 0. So y will be what? 0. Because 2 times 0 is 0. So x is 0, y is 0. So this is like a point, 0, 0, and it's the origin, which is here. X value is 0, y value is 0. So I can plot a point, 0, 0, which is the origin. Let's choose another x value. If I choose a 1 for x, what will be the y value? You replace x by 1. You do 2. It has to be 2 because 2 times 1. Yeah, it has to be 2. So because we are doing here y equals 2 times 1, and that gives you 2. Okay, so we have a 2 here. Can we plot that point? X is 1, y is 2. So 1, 2. You're going to be somewhere here. So Wilson, I don't know if you see that. The second right point I plot is 1, 2, comma 2. Okay, let's choose another value for x. If I choose, for example, 2 for x, what will be the y? Exactly, 4. It's like we are doubling, so times 2. So 2, 4. You're going to be somewhere here. Let's check you. Suppose I have a negative 1 for x. What will be the y? Exactly, negative 2. Yeah, because 2 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 2. And in which quadrant I will plot negative 1, comma negative 2? In which quadrant? The two values are negative. It has to be quadrant 3. Yeah, one. What do you mean by 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, 1. Is this black point? Is that same quadrant we are talking about? If that same quadrant, you have the quadrant 3. Because we go like a C. That's the way, we read the quadrant. We go like a C. So we started from quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and then we end at quadrant 4. So to remember the quadrant, write capital C. The way we write capital C will help you to remember, this. Okay, so the line is this. So I will connect all of this to make my line. Now, can we double check if the slope is 2? Using rise over run here, can we get the same slope too? Check with any 2 points to see if you get the slope as a 2. Oh, okay, up 2 and the right to 1. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. Yeah. So that give you, the thing. Is that good? Understood? Any question before I end the session? Any question? Because it's 10:44, right? Yeah. Do another XY. Uh-huh. I don't get the question. Can you repeat the question? Yeah, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, -1, -2. I can put more. I can go further. I could choose like, yeah, here is going by 2 because the equation is a 2x. That's why it's going by 2, by 2, by 2. So if it's 3x, gonna be by 3, by 3, by 3, Yeah. So it depends on the slope. The slope is telling you, okay, how this is going. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And when I started on the test, I was like, what the hell? Any other question? Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah, I record this session, right? Okay, let's stop recording. I record this session. Yeah, I will post later, on my channel. So yeah, if you wanna watch it, yeah, feel free. Okay.